As we all know, management is a very important concept in our life. We all need to manage ourselves, need to manage our time, resources, relations. Everything goes on in our life needs to be managed. The question is, what is management? Is management science or art? Sometimes we confuse the term. Some people say it's art, some people say it's management, some people say it's both management, science and art together all in one. Well, let's see what management is. What are the ingredients of management? What does every one of us need to be able to manage a task, a job, a work, anything that really goes in his or her life? Very tricky question when we ask people, are you a manager? Like you may ask a driver or like a clerk or admin assistant or any person. If he is a manager, then they will shyly say, well, no, I am not. Well, the fact, at least what I think of, what I see is every one of us is a manager by default because as I said, you have tasks to manage in your life. Even if you are a clerk, you are a receptionist, you are a customer service guy, you are a telephone operator, you must manage the tasks that are assigned to you in order for you to be a successful professional. So let's see what is required in order to manage a task. What are the ingredients of management? You can see here from the screen that in order to manage any task, you require what we call KSA. KSA stands for knowledge, skills, and attitude. Now, when you look at knowledge, which is the technical know-how that everybody knows to know in their particular field, in order to be able to carry on with a job, to be able to perform a task, to be able to get things done, you definitely require a technical knowledge, and that's what we call it, technical knowledge. Now, this technical knowledge really comes out of science. You have gone to school, you've gone to university, you gained a degree, knowledge in a certain field, in a certain discipline. So therefore, theoretically, you are sound, you are knowledgeable of that particular area. And this is exactly what represents the science element of management. So when we say that management is science, yes, because it requires a bit of a technical know-how in order for you to be able to master or perform a task. Now, when we move into the S, which is the skills comes out of your experience, and that's why you gain skills when you start working in your real life. You gain the practical experience, and that's what it shows, the art part of management. So again, when we say management is also an art because it requires skills, and those skills are gained from experience. You work, you gain skills. Now, for me, when I think of experience, which is considered to be the source of most of the skills that we all gain in working with certain organization, my philosophy of really defining what experience is, maybe it's a bit a tricky question that I always throw in for the discussion in the training room, but I feel that experience equals problems. Tell me how many problems you have dealt with, you've confronted, you've faced, and you were able to solve. I will tell you how much your experience is. And there are like so many examples, so many cases that can really prove that particular assumption whereby we say experience equals problem. Well, some of them will say challenges, obstacles, shortfalls, drawbacks, whatever you want to call them, but you must gain as much experience as possible from those problems that you face, whereby you will be able to develop what we call skills. Now, the third ingredient of management is the letter A, which is the attitude. Attitude is so important in our life, and you can see from the screen that attitude is taking half of the task. So if a quarter of a task will require knowledge, the second quarter will require skills, half of the task will require attitude. And why? Because your attitude is your bridge to others, as you can see on the screen. It is so important for any one of us, in order to perform a task, in order to complete a job, to finish a certain assignment, you must show a positive attitude. Of course, it goes without saying, when we say attitude, we are referring to a positive attitude, which is so important in finishing, in completing any task. Simply, any task requires people. There is usually a human element in any task. And that's why you require a positive attitude in order to reach to others, in order to relate to others, in order for you to be able to deliver your message to others. There is no task without attitude, and as we always say, your attitude is your altitude, and that is so important. Now, the question is like, where does the attitude come from, and what is attitude? That is a very, very tricky question. Attitude is actually what describes you after the word I am. We always say I am, then whatever describes you after the word I am will really reflect how positive attitude is your attitude and how positive your attitude is. So when you say, for example, I am ambitious, I am positive, I am strong, I am successful, I am healthy, then all these positivity, all these positive things, they come really try to embrace you. They become part of your life. They become part of your system. But if you, at any point of time, you say, oh, I am so tired, I am so exhausted, I am unhealthy, I am poor, I am unsuccessful, I am faced with challenges, I am loaded with liabilities, loaded with stress, then all you're doing is you are just calling negativity in your life. You are inviting negativity, you are inviting fatigue, you are inviting bad things into your life, and that will really contribute to, unfortunately, to really showing a negative attitude. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are always up on our toes to challenge everything that we face in our life, because from my philosophy, I don't believe in failure in life. There is no failure whatsoever in life. There are usually two things. You either succeed or you learn. So when you really want to take that failure out of your dictionary, your life dictionary, you take it out of your system, then you will always look into what we call opportunity in every challenge that you face, whereby you will be able to learn. Now, when we come back to the model, now when somebody has like a knowledge, skills, and attitude, is he or she able to perform his job? Well, the answer is no, not yet. Why? Because this particular person, let's call him the ideal person, the ideal employee who has knowledge, skills, and attitude. Is he ready to perform his job? As I said, not yet. What does he require? Well, you are working for an organization as an employee in whatever discipline, whatever your job title is, whatever you do in a certain organization, then that organization is required to provide you with two important elements for the ingredients to be complete. And what are those ingredients, or what are those elements? Well, as you can see on the screen, environment. The organization is responsible for providing you the right environment to work in. Some of us will say, well, we make the environment. People in the organization make the environment by showing the positive culture, diversified culture, showing the trust, the love, the faith, the integrity, the transparency, the respect. It's very true. However, the organization also is important. They also have to play their role in availing the right atmosphere, the right infrastructure, the right resources, the right requirement for people to do their jobs. So that's why it becomes important for the organization to have or to furnish the right environment for employees. The second important thing for the organization to really meet and to provide is the word motivation. We all need to be motivated in our work. The organization should really think it is so important for them to be able to motivate their workforce in order for them to perform their job. The organization has to come up with the whatever motivation schemes, motivation programs for the employees to be always ready to go the extra mile, and they be enthusiastically working to achieve what we call the important results in their life. So now what you see here, when you look at the model and you see 5 ingredients, K, S, A, E, and M, those are called the ingredients of performance. They are actually the elements of performance. So performance means it's part of management. So when you really want to manage your job, that means you need to perform your job to the best of your ability, to the best of your knowledge, to the best of your skills and experience in order for you to achieve results. So if you feel that you are the ideal person in the organization who has knowledge, skills, and attitude, well and good. Then you are the right person for that particular organization. Then you need to also realize the fact that the organization must ensure they are providing you with environment and motivation. Now, when both parties click together, whereby you have the K, S, and A, and the organization provides you with E and M, then you are definitely the right person in the right organization, whereby you will be able to perform your job with the 5 ingredients of performance, K, S, A, E, and M. When you master those elements, and the organization does its part in order to help you to perform your job, and both of you and the organization will reach to results that will benefit the organization as well as you. When both results are aligned, when both visions, your personal vision and the organization visions, are all aligned towards the corporate goals of the organization, to achieve the strategies of the organization, to achieve the mission and the vision of the organization, that will be fantastic for the organization and for the people of the organization. In this case, everybody is winning, you are enjoying working in a very healthy work environment. The organization is also happy, enjoying having you on board. Everyone is winning. I hope I was able to address this particular point to you, and I will see you inshallah in the next video. Thank you very much.
Join our corporate management course at DocSta Institute.